John Jamieson Carswell Smart was born in Cambridge, England in 192. He was born on 16 September in the university city of Cambridge. He was born into a Scottish academic family. His father William Marshall Smart was an astronomer at Cambridge University. His father later became Regius Professor of Astronomy at Glasgow University. His home was close to science. His home was close to books. His home was close to ideas. As a boy he attended the Leys School in Cambridge. He walked near college buildings. He watched games on university grounds. He saw students and professors. He saw a world built around learning. He grew up in an atmosphere of study. He grew up in an atmosphere of curiosity. He grew up in an atmosphere of questions. In 1937 his family moved to Scotland. His father took the chair of astronomy at Glasgow University. Smart moved with his parents and his brothers Alistair and Ninian. He entered the University of Glasgow in 1938. He first studied mathematics. He then turned to logic and philosophy. He began to connect numbers with ideas. He began to connect science with philosophy. The Second World War interrupted his formal education. He enlisted in the British Army. He worked with communication systems. He saw different cultures. He heard different languages. War did not stop his thinking. War only paused his university life. After the war he returned to Glasgow. He completed his degree quickly. He graduated with a Master of Arts in 1946. He then went to Oxford University. He studied for the new B.Phil degree in philosophy at Queen's College. He came under the influence of Gilbert Ryle. He learned analytic philosophy. He learned careful argument. He learned precise language. He learned how to cut confusion with logic. He became a junior research fellow at Corpus Christi College, Oxford. He worked on philosophy in an environment of intense debate. He sharpened his views about science and reality. He strengthened his commitment to clarity. He strengthened his commitment to evidence. He strengthened his commitment to honest reasoning. In 1950 Smart moved to Australia. He accepted the Hughes Chair of Philosophy at the University of Adelaide. He was only 29 years old. He began to build a strong philosophy department. He taught students. He mentored colleagues. He helped create what later became known as Australian materialism. He made Adelaide a major centre of analytic philosophy. In Adelaide he met the philosopher U.T. Place. Place suggested a bold idea. The idea that our conscious thoughts and feelings are brain processes. Smart listened carefully. Smart thought deeply. Smart became convinced. He saw that this idea matched his love of science. He saw that this idea matched his rejection of superstition. He saw that this idea gave a clear way to talk about mind inside nature. From this point Smart became one of the main defenders of materialism. He argued that the mind is part of the physical world. He argued that mental events are not ghostly. He argued that mental events are not outside nature. He argued that mental events are brain events. He argued that talk about mind must connect with talk about the brain. In 1959 Smart wrote a famous paper. The paper was called Sensations in Brain Processes. In this paper he presented the mind-brain identity theory in a clear and powerful way. He said that sensations are identical with brain processes. He said that when we feel pain a physical process is happening in the brain. He said that when we think a physical process is happening in the brain. He said that consciousness is a biological process. He said that mind is matter. He said that dualism is an illusion. This identity theory became one of the most important ideas in the philosophy of mind. It changed debates about consciousness. It changed debates about mental states. It gave philosophers a way to talk about mind using science. It gave scientists a way to connect brain research with philosophy. It became a central part of Australian materialism. It made Smart a key figure in modern discussions of mind and brain. Smart defended physicalism. He defended the view that everything that exists is ultimately physical. He defended scientific realism. He defended the view that theoretical entities like electrons are real parts of the world. He believed that science gives us the best picture of reality. He believed that philosophy should respect that picture. He believed that metaphysics should be grounded in physics. He believed that vague talk without evidence is dangerous. Smart also worked on the philosophy of time. He argued for a four-dimensional view of space-time. He argued that past, present, and future are all equally real. He argued that the flow of time that we feel is a feature of our experience. He argued that the universe itself does not have a moving present. He wrote about our place in the universe. He tried to show how human life fits inside a scientific picture of reality. In ethics, Smart defended act utilitarianism. He believed that actions should be judged by their consequences. He believed that the right action is the one that produces the greatest overall good. He believed that moral thinking must be impartial. He believed that ethics must be rational. He believed that ethics must be based on human needs and human well-being. He helped revive utilitarian ethics in the 20th century. He influenced many later discussions of moral theory. Smart also wrote about religion. He was a committed atheist. He co-authored a book called Atheism and Theism. He argued that belief in God is not supported by evidence. He argued that religious explanations are not needed to understand the universe. He argued that morality does not need divine authority. He argued that faith is not the same as knowledge. He argued that human beings must face reality without myths. For Smart, the soul was not a separate substance. For Smart, miracles were not real events. For Smart, supernatural explanations were stories, not facts. He believed that human beings must accept a universe without divine control. He believed that courage means accepting reality as it is. He believed that meaning must be created by humans themselves. He believed that reason must guide humanity. Smart wrote many books and papers. He wrote Philosophy and Scientific Realism. He wrote Ethics, Persuasion and Truth. He wrote Our Place in the Universe. He wrote essays on mind. He wrote essays on time. He wrote essays on metaphysics. He wrote essays on ethics. He wrote entries for major philosophical encyclopedias. His style was clear. His arguments were sharp. His tone was honest. He taught at the University of Adelaide for more than 20 years. He helped make Adelaide a centre of analytic philosophy. He later moved to La Trobe University in Melbourne. He then moved to the Australian National University in Canberra. He became Professor of Philosophy in the Research School of Social Sciences. He continued as a visiting fellow for many years. He later became an honorary research fellow at Monash University in Melbourne. He continued to attend seminars. He continued to discuss ideas. He continued to influence younger philosophers. Smart received many honors. He received honorary doctorates from several universities. He was made a Companion of the Order of Australia. He was respected in Australia. He was respected in Britain. He was respected across the philosophical world. An annual Jack Smart lecture was established in his honor. His name became linked with Australian realism and Australian materialism. People who worked with him described him as gentle in character. They described him as tough in argument. He always aimed at the central issue. He avoided empty decoration. He focused on clarity. He focused on logic. He focused on evidence. He was direct in discussion. He was modest in manner. He was serious about truth. Smart lived simply. He did not chase luxury. He cared about ideas. He cared about truth. He cared about honest discussion. He cared about intellectual integrity. He enjoyed cricket. He enjoyed long walks. He enjoyed conversation with students and colleagues. He died in Melbourne, Australia in 2012 at the age of 92. He died on 6 October. He left behind books. He left behind students. He left behind colleagues. He left behind a strong tradition of analytic philosophy in Australia. He left behind a powerful defense of materialism. He left behind a clear voice for scientific realism. He left behind a courageous defense of secular thought. Today, John Jamieson Carswell Smart is remembered as a central figure in analytic philosophy. He is remembered as a founder of the mind-brain identity theory. He is remembered as a defender of physicalism. He is remembered as a defender of scientific realism. He is remembered as a defender of utilitarian ethics. He is remembered as a critic of religion. He is remembered as a philosopher who trusted evidence over superstition. His life shows that clarity matters. His life shows that science matters. His life shows that courage matters. His life shows that reason can guide humanity. His work invites us to see mind as part of nature. His work invites us to see ethics as part of human life. His work invites us to see meaning as something we build ourselves. For viewer today, his story is a challenge. It challenges us to question easy answers. It challenges us to look for evidence. It challenges us to respect science. It challenges us to think about mind without magic. It challenges us to live without fear of losing myths. It challenges us to build a human future guided by reason. When we hear the name John Jamieson Carswell Smart, we are not hearing a fictional character. We are hearing the name of a real philosopher. A philosopher who lived, a philosopher who taught, a philosopher who wrote, a philosopher who argued, a philosopher who helped shape modern debates about mind, reality, ethics, and religion. His legacy continues in every discussion about consciousness as a brain process. His legacy continues in every defense of physicalism. His legacy continues in every argument for scientific realism. His legacy continues in every honest debate about atheism and theism. His legacy continues in every classroom where students learn to think clearly. The story of John Jamieson Carswell Smart is the story of a mind that refused to accept mystery as an answer. It is the story of a thinker who believed that the universe is understandable. It is the story of a philosopher who believed that human beings can face reality directly. It is the story of a life lived in service of truth.